camping at a very rustic spot. You have to travel down a long dirt road just like this. Quite a while. It's free camping. It's not a dedicated campground, so you have to go on the Michigan DNR site, and you have to get a little piece of paper like a permit. So we're doing that. Target species mainly is going to be muskie. There is largemouth bass, smallmouth bass. There's walleye. There's not a lot, but ones that are in there are giants, trophies. I will be trying for those a little bit as well. I got my dog with me. Say hi, Marley. Say hi. So it's going to be me and my dog until Friday. It's Tuesday today. And then my wife is going to come up, and possibly my brother and sister-in-law. So, and they might come up Friday as well, so we'll see. We're just going to be camping, having a good time, cutting some firewood, fishing, drinking some beer. So stay tuned. I always forget something, and of course I forgot my contacts and my polarized sunglasses. So I'll have to have my wife bring them to me Friday. I may run in tomorrow during the day to grab them. Don't really like leaving my boat and all my gear in the woods. I'm out there, but there's people that ride side by sides and stuff out here. I don't trust people. I've had things stolen before, so I might just put up with it. I also forgot my seasoning for my steak. So, well, I got the steak sauce, but I don't have anything for a dry rub. I just got some butter and some olive oil. I think I'll fry that up in a cast iron pan and eat it caveman style. But game plan, my dad said he would come out around 9. It's 8 o'clock. I'll be at the campsite in probably about 10 minutes. I'm gonna set up camp, or at least set the tent up, get everything ready. Normally the way the boat launch is set up here, what I would do is I'd launch my boat, go to the campsite from there, and then either take a bicycle on the boat or walk all the way back to the boat launch. It's quite a long walk. I have pulled the boat out of the campsite before, so I think I'm just gonna risk it and drive the boat right to the campsite, and hopefully nobody's in that one, and might try and launch the boat right there by myself, or I can wait until my dad gets there to help me. So we'll see how that goes. So on a Tuesday, most of the campsites are full, which is crazy because there's usually never anybody out here. I got one. It's not the greatest. The water is super high, so I might try and launch the boat in there. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that or not. All right, so bluegills are spawning here. Casting for muskie, nothing. Decided to downsize a little bit, throw a bluegill size spinner. Got a decent pike on. My dad caught a 33 a couple hours ago. Got this one in the net. I'm guessing it's going to be smaller, more around 30, but let's take her out and see what we got. Well, that's 30 inches on the dot. So 30-inch northern, not bad. I'll take another one. Again, what I'm doing is just finding where the bluegills are at and just tossing around them. So where the bluegills are, the predators are. Another nice pike. That one's 31. There's a fish. There's a pike right there. I tell you, that one's small, but over 18 feet of water. They're just sitting here preying on these bluegill. Insane. Insane how many pike are there. Alright. Go on. Alright, so I've been musky fishing all day. 2 follows, one nice low 40s. I had one on, got off. My back's starting to get sore, so it's getting dark. And the topwater bass action seems awesome, so I guess I'll get some of that footage for you guys. My dad came up yesterday, tells me about 300 or 400 yards from the campsite he saw a huge black bear, and I forgot my handgun. I wasn't gonna risk it and leave my boat and my fishing equipment at the campsite, but before the storms hit last night, there was definitely something outside the tent, so I figured, well, while I'm at it, we'll get my sunglasses and everything so I don't hurt my eyes while I'm out here staring on the water all day. So Mother and I went back, and we're on our way back in now. None of them really seem that big right here, but it's a lot of fun. And catching some fish is better than catching nothing all day long. They're all over in here. Ah. They're going nuts on the top water. Going ham. Oh, there we go. Little guy. Wow. Oh. Wow. Watch out, Marley. Wow. And he'll live another day. Oh my goodness. Oh. Well, the second night is much better than the first. first night we had crazy thunderstorms from about 9 o'clock to 3 to 4 o'clock in the morning, and they were intense. Marley didn't even bother him somehow, but I didn't get much sleep yesterday night. Tonight I got plenty of sleep, so that's nice. And I'm actually going to try, because I'm lazy this morning, some freeze-dried chili mac with beef. So I'm just boiling up the water and then going to eat it and see how it tastes. So the thunderstorms we had the first night are probably the most intense thunderstorms I've ever had in a tent. I was actually scared the tent was going to blow down. More so, I was more afraid that a tree was going to fall on me. So it lasted from, like I was saying earlier, they lasted probably from 9 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night, to about 3 o'clock in the morning. And I was trying to look out the tent just to make sure my boat right here was still connected. And the flashes of lightning were so bright I couldn't even see from my tent, which is 10, 15 yards away. I couldn't see it. And the flashes were so bright, you'd try and look and you'd have to blink, So that was an experience. It was cool, a little scary. And then my dad came up the first day I was up here and said he saw a huge black bear. Well, I forgot my handgun, so I had to go back yesterday morning. And Marley and I went back and got that. So, a moment of truth, we're going to try out this freeze-dried chili. My parents got this stuff for me for Christmas. I've never had freeze-dried anything. It's not bad. Not bad at all. If you were a really lazy camper and didn't want to cook anything, you could probably just bring a bunch of freeze-dried food and be okay. I mean, it tastes like chili. I make it home. The noodles are a little bit stiffer. I probably didn't let it sit long enough yet. But I think I have some apple crisp or some type of dessert that I might eat later and see how that tastes. So today, game plan is fish. I think I'm gonna fish glide baits. It's supposed to be pretty calm and warm, clear water. It's gonna be glide baits or crankbaits, maybe a mix of both for muskie. Then I go to pick up Kelly tomorrow, and I think I'm gonna cut some firewood, have a fire. I tried to have a fire last night and mosquitoes were so bad. I didn't bring any candles or anything like that. I just figured the smoke from the fire would keep them away. I sat out here for about 10 minutes and that was it. So hopefully I'll have to see if she can bring something or whatever for the mosquitoes, because I had socks on, I had jeans on, I had a long sleeve sweatshirt, and they were just buzzing around my head the whole time. So that, and I felt bad for Marley sitting there getting eaten up. I'm not really sure what I want to do with the channel. I'm just kind of recording myself doing my thing. Tell me what you guys like and what you don't like. I'd love to record more fishing, but because it's mostly muskie fishing and I'm out here for 7 days straight, I'm trying to save on battery and memory. So until I buy more of that, I don't have the capacity to just straight up film muskie all the time. Maybe once I'm with the wife, maybe I'll start recording. We're gonna do some like bluegill fishing and bass fishing and stuff like that. Stuff I can record where I actually know I'm gonna get some action and exciting stuff for you guys to see. So just let me know what you guys think. So I'm sitting at my campfire and I see this thing on the tree. Well, there's an arrow there too, but this is all metal. And what this looks like to me is a rod holder that clamped to the side of the boat. At least I think that's what it might be. I could be wrong. If it's something different, let me know. Fish. Nice. Well, I wouldn't say it's better, but they're really just in the shit.
Oh, it's better. One of the better topwater bass like that. Definitely. Hey, bud. What did I catch? What did I catch?
Well, this is the life of muskie fishing. We got about 10 hours in today. One follow. That's it. That's the name of this game. It's not for the faint of heart. And we got sundown coming. I think I'm actually gonna fish into the night tonight. We'll see. I'm either gonna fish muskie or I might go for some walleye later tonight. But on the positive side, check out this sunset. That is beautiful. Beautiful. Well, guys, it's Friday morning. We have another thunderstorm coming through, so Marley and I we're hunkered down. Gonna let it pass. I don't know how long it's supposed to be or how severe, but at least it's daylight out now, so I'll be able to see stuff. I have to go pick up the wife at noon today. I don't know how much filming is gonna be done with her here. She doesn't really want to be on camera, so the filming I will do, it will be just me. But so that's exciting. She gets to come up here. It'd be nice to see her. I haven't seen her in a few days. So what amazes me is every campsite here, well, campsite, because it's rustic, you have to get a permit online and just pretty much go wherever you want, but where everybody camps, it has been full in the middle of the week, and most of them are older retired people, and I didn't realize this many people were out here, because anytime I'm out here on weekends, it's never full. Rarely, unless it's 4th of July or Memorial Day weekend or something like that. But there has been people here all week long. Last night I actually I fished until 1:30 in the morning, which is insane. I fished muskie for probably 12 hours yesterday, and I got one follow. That's muskie fishing. That's what sucks. And then there's other days that I'll come out here with my dad, and we've caught 4 fish in 6 hours. You know, that's how it goes. So I fished muskie up until dark and a little bit after dark, and then I decided to go try and catch walleye, and I never got a bite. So that's just the name of the game. That's fishing. I was, you know, post-storm. Sometimes that throws fish off. I normally like to get out before a storm. I was gonna get up this morning and go fish, but I I lost track of time and had no idea I was out that late. I came back to the campsite and I checked the time, and oh, holy crap. So that was a first for me. I've never fished that late into the night, that's for sure. But I have a light bar. I put an LED light bar on the boat, and then I put LED strips under the gunnels and put them on switches, and that is slick. There's no getting lost, there's no hitting anything. I mean, there's deadheads everywhere out here, and I could see them well before I was even close to them. I would say I could probably see them 200-300 yards out, and they just shine real bright, you know. It's a contrast in the color. And then for the LED strips in the boat, anytime I needed to retie or do anything like that, I mean, they worked fantastic. So I might show you guys that a little later, because I think that's, if you're thinking about going night fishing but you're worried about safety and hitting stuff and things like that, I recommend that. Now, I don't know if it's legal in all states. It is kind of a gray area here in Michigan. I am gonna turn them off if I ever come into somebody else at night. Obviously, I'm not gonna blind them, but it's for my safety for moving, and as long as you're sensible about it, I don't think you'd have a problem. But most of the places I fish, I'm never gonna run into somebody late at night like that anyways, so that's not really a concern. The lights inside the boat, I don't think there's any problem at all with them. It's just the light bar. You have to make sure that your nav lights are still visible for everybody else, though, so when I turn off the light bar, that they know what side, you know, that I'm approaching them from. That's what your green and your red are for. So your green's on your left, your red's on your right, for those that don't know. But it's been nice. Nice vacation away from work. No agenda. I do what feels right at the time, you know. What's really nice about these vacations for me is you come out here and you spend, you know, well, I'm spending from Tuesday night to Sunday. I'm gonna go home. When you finally do go home, you really appreciate what you do have. And I think it's humbling. You know, like running water and electricity and a solid roof over your head and your furniture. You know, it really does humble you. And I'm not staying in a camp or anything, so it's even more so for me. I have a tent, I have a boat, I have my dog, and I have a little propane grill because I don't feel like starting a fire to cook all my meals. So it's one of them things for me that it really, it's right to the core, so I really, really enjoy it. Lots of owls out here, lots of loons. The first night with the thunderstorms, I don't know if I heard coyotes or not. I was in and out between the storm, but I think I heard coyotes. There's been a bear around. No raccoons. Of course, my garbage isn't out. My food's not easily accessible for them or anything like that. I saw an otter. Lots of geese. With all the deadheads, of course, naturally, there's lots of birds. Cranes. This is one of the areas around here where there's a lot of sandhill cranes. And they're hard to find or see a lot of other places around here, so that's pretty cool to see them. No beavers though. I haven't seen a beaver. I don't know if I've ever seen a beaver here. There is a beaver dam on the other end of the pond here, but I've never seen a beaver here, so that's interesting. Well, guys, I did have to end my trip early after checking the weather and talking to my wife. There was a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings and things like that coming through. If I had a camper, I probably would have stayed, but being in a tent and cooking off a propane grill and the fire, it just didn't make a whole lot of sense for me to stay and suffer through that, as much as I would love to have stayed out there. And we have had a pretty crazy thunderstorm come through already. It's Saturday now, so that's not bad. Just let me know what you guys want to see from the channel. Do you want to see more fishing? Do you want to see more vlogging? Are you interested in what I'm doing? Just let me know. I'll take criticism well. So I just want to give you guys an update. Also, I noticed while I'm editing right now that I have a little fuzzy microphone thing that's on the end of the GoPro, and I noticed that it's in the view of the lens for a lot of the portion. I'll make sure to keep an eye on that so you won't see that in the future. I'm learning. I'm not used to recording myself, so please, any input is very much appreciated. I'll see you